Hey guys, Jay Fitzlaw from Vigil Games. I'm associate producer on Darksiders 2, and we're here at the grand finale of the boss fights we've been showing you, and we are going deep, dark, underground to show you. This is my personal favorite out of all the bosses we have in the game. I'll tell you why once we get in there, but mainly one of the main things that I think makes it cool is just the element here. You are in complete pitch black with nothing surrounding you.
I hoped a champion would arise who could face the corruption, and you have come far, horseman. A pity that your journey ends here.
So to give you kind of a lead-in, up to this you've been looking for these guys called the Dead Lords, and they all have this ghostly appearance like this guy, and there's 3 of them, and this is the final Dead Lord that you're after. Now a lot of times you do end up having to fight them, and the first guy is actually kind of a gimme fight. The second guy has you do tasks for him. So I think when you meet this guy, you'll think to yourself, you know, oh, it's going to be another easy peasy fight, and you know, oh, and now you'll see, he's got a little bit tougher. He's got some more combat moves than the other guy had. So, you know, you'll think I'm having a little trouble, but something will happen in a little bit that kind of makes him the most fearsome of the Dead Lords, and the reason why it makes this my favorite boss fight of all the ones we've shown you. Now, I think I've said this before in all these boss fights, but again, the secret to any combat in Darksiders 2 is to always be moving. The second you stand still, things aren't going to work out for you. You can also see that this guy can block damage. Death didn't do any damage on that. Whenever somebody gets into a block maneuver, just give up, because you're not going to be able to hurt him. You have to get away. So this is why it's my favorite, because you think you've got this guy figured out, and then he gets on the back of a giant spider, and it turns into a whole different kind of battle. And the funny thing, too, about this one, again, I was playing this game. You know, I've worked in this game for 2 years, but you play the game in pieces. It takes a while for the whole game to come together. You can actually play through it from beginning to end, and we only achieved that, oh, I don't know, about a month ago or so. So I said to myself, hey, you know, I'm going to sit down and play through the game. I haven't actually gotten to actually play the game as it was meant to be played. So I was doing that, and just on a lark, I decided to myself, I'm going to go all spellcasting. So I had a build where I had no combat skills. I mainly was focusing on summoning zombies that would do all the work for me. And it was proving to be very, very successful build, and I was kind of, you know, chuckling and patting myself on the back like, oh, I've been in this game so long I've broken the code, and I found something that makes it easy. And then I got to this boss fight, and I realized that it was doing me no favors, because the zombies couldn't close the gap. They couldn't get in close with Echidna, and my combat abilities weren't doing the trick. I mean, they were, but the damage was just kind of pathetic. So this boss fight took me a lot longer than it might otherwise. But again, I think that's another reason why it's one of my favorites, because I found it so challenging. And I also always love our fights where we do phases that are distinctly different. So you started out fighting the guy solo, he got on the back of the spider, changed it up, and now he's back to solo. So it keeps you thinking, keeps things fresh, and more than just easy hack and slash formula. All right, so that wraps it up, everybody, and look for Darksiders August 14th for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC.